Hello and welcome back to the TGG Seaside campaign. We are moving on to level 8. And we got head start again. All right. So this is where we get 2 extra turns at the start. AI gets plus 10 VP. This time we are player 1. And so we've got Lookout Trashing. We've got Blockade. Usually a strong card. Draw with Wharf, actions with Village, Pirate for gaining some payload. So it looks like a pretty straightforward start here. We start with Lookout, Blockade, and then kind of see where we go. I mean, we are going to want to hit a Wharf relatively early, and that would... Like, Lookout Blockade admittedly doesn't help with that too much, but the blockade should still accelerate us, and like we'll have the option to potentially blockade for like a silver or something if we really want to hit war for that sort of thing. Anyway, I'm gonna open Lookout Blockade. Okay, another 4 coin hand. The dynamics here are a little weird because like normally at this point it's like, okay, I open blockade, I maybe blockade something that my opponent wants because like I want, especially as player 1, like potentially block them from getting something, or like at least force them to get a curse if they want it that badly. But the AI hasn't taken a turn yet. It doesn't have a blockade. So that's interesting. I'm actually thinking about taking a second blockade here. So we're expecting, hoping that we see our blockade next turn. If we don't, that'd be sad. But like, blockade, obviously blockading a blockade like works. But like if we, blockade, what am I trying to say? We're expecting to trigger a shuffle with the Lookout. At which point, I mean, maybe it just doesn't matter too much either way. I mean, if we don't see our blockade, we're maybe more likely at that point to want to be blockade like turn after next. So that might be an argument to not go with blockade number 2. Because we can blockade if we do see it. If we yeah, we could just take a silver or a caravan. Caravan's going to be a little slow to get us to Wharf, so probably silver is better from that perspective. Yeah, the main risk here, if we take the blockade, is that we don't see our blockade next turn, which, I mean, we are quite likely to. But if we don't, then we might end up with terminal collision with the 2 blockades, and then we're sad. I think the flip side is that like blockading blockade doesn't directly help us hit 5. Whereas if we blockade silver or even like village or caravan or something, it does, because then we increase our hand size. Granted, if we buy a blockade, like that will be in the deck, so like that sort of gets neutralized in effect anyway. We bottom deck the blockade. Like, are we even going to see whatever we blockade? If we bottom deck, if we don't buy blockade now, we blockade the turn after next because we bottom decked it. Then when we play the second blockade, are we even going to have time to see like the card that we have blockaded at that point, you know, in time for it to help us hit 5? I think the answer is no. But I guess that's going to be true regardless. Yeah. I don't know. It probably just doesn't matter too much either way. Um, I think I'm gonna go with the more like conservative option of taking the silver. Okay, well we did see the blockade. I wonder, can I hit? I can't. I was actually like once I put this in the trash, like it's necessarily the case that one of these goes in the discard. I wonder if it would have let me do that. I haven't. Just now occurred to me. Try that maybe, but all right. Haven is fine. Moat probably do not want right now. It was double silver. Interesting. All right. Well, we bottom decked our silver. That sucks. We could just go like double caravan here or something. We don't have the terminals to where we need a village yet. I'm down for that, I think. Damn it. Yeah, no, I can't do that. That's annoying. I wanted to find my other blockade, of course, but no such luck. Well, we're gonna get a wharf. Uh, I think we're actually gonna haven the wharf here, blockade village. Because we know we have the other blockade coming up. So we want to be able to play that next turn. So if we were to play the wharf now, right? Like, we might draw it dead. We've already hit 5 anyway. Alright, let's get another wharf. Waiting for gardens. Oh. Oh, drew the other wharf. Not ideal. Well, we're gonna play the blockade again though. Get another village. I think. And then a couple more wharfs before we look at pirate, I think. We got the caravans spread out now, which is nice. We have exactly trashed our 3 estates. We have 4 cards of draw here. And we have another wharf down there. We also have a haven. So, like, in theory, we don't necessarily need to play this lookout. I only have 9 coins in the deck. But 8 is still enough to go, like, wharf silver if we want to do that. So, we have another village down here, too. Yeah, I think I still want to play the lookout. Maybe we want to keep the Haven. It would be nice to Haven the village if we don't need it this turn. But whatever. Oh, this is only 8 coins. Oh wait, that was what I was targeting. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. We take one more village. And then next turn we might start gaining more blockades. We're going to go Wharf Silver. And then next turn also we're going to pick up a pirate. Alright, so we have 10 coins in our deck this turn. I think I'd like to keep it that way. Even the village. Blockade. Another blockade. Grab a pirate. And we shouldn't really need another wharf this coming turn. We could take like a treasury. Yeah, okay. What is the AI doing? Oh, we just aren't gonna trash copper this turn, I guess. That's okay. What is that last card? Is that another wharf? Were that overdrawn? Wild. Okay, so we want to get this pirate in play, but I don't think we want to do it by buying a treasure. So let's blockade another silver. And then I want to get one more blockade, so we have 2 a turn, I think. We are going to need another village or 2. Just go village, village, pirate, and then start picking up more wharves next turn. Seems reasonable. Dun, 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 dun. Unfortunately, we didn't see the other pirate. All right, I'm back to thinking I want to trash coppers here. I guess there is a little bit of a risk that we don't see one, but okay. we did. Sad that we saw the wharfs, though. For both of them, anyway. Alright, it's fine. Just play the pirate. So right now we have 6, 12, 15. We're gonna get another wharf, I think. Oh, well, we have 14 or 13. We should just start provincing at this point. Maybe. Is 13 good enough for that? Honestly, it's not entirely clear that I do need another wharf. But I guess what are we gonna blockade? We could snipe their gardens, that would be amusing. Their deck isn't even very big though. So and they have like no plus buy. They do have a blockade, but we certainly seem to have plenty of villages. Like what if we just get caravans instead of a wharf, and then we get like another pirate, so we can add more payload. Like we can blockade caravans, and I think I like that. Oops. So we just go province pirate and set aside a silver, I think. Hand, draw a card, draw cards. In hand, put in hand, gain a gold, react with one of our pirates. I guess I do have the pirate for gain as well. Alright. I'm okay with not playing the lookout. We only have one other copper anyway. I guess we'll see whether we draw it or like if we get low through our shuffle. Oh, we drew it. Okay. Oh. What do we have down there? Another wharf? That's unfortunate. We have a wharf. Let all 3 of our caravans. I'm gonna blockade more of those. How many villages have we played? 1, 2, 3, 4. We probably have another village down there. The Haven we started the turn with. Do we have 3 silvers? I don't think so. Oh, maybe we do. Okay, well, that's fine. Do we want to bother with one more pirate, or is this enough. We're going to get like 2 more golds this coming turn, so we're going to be up to like 22-ish coins, depending on whether we play the lookout. Whether we see that, I guess we could triple province if we do draw the whole deck. And the fact that we have the caravans coming in will help with that. Like extra caravans, even though we lost like out on a wharf. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and double province. Oh, a province. Whoa. Okay. We do have plenty of copper down there now. Although, we can hit triple if we don't trash any of it and we draw everything. We still got some copper down there. We're not going to draw everything anyway. We might want to trash a copper. We should now be guaranteed to be able to do that. We have a caravan left down there. We have silver, maybe a gold. Did we have 3 golds last turn? 2 gold. We don't have another province down there. We don't have a pirate down there. Huh. Silver, copper, silver, copper, caravan. All right, yeah, we're not drawing through all this stuff, so. But we're gonna top deck. Yeah, we want to play the lookout. It doesn't matter whether we play the lookout first or not, I guess. Oh, no, it does. All right, do we want to set this province aside or some money? That's another copper. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21. You buy 1 more wharf, 2 provinces. Yeah, it has no ability to double province, so we just want to make sure that we draw next turn. And we might have 3 wharves coming in anyway, so we're probably fine on that front, but, you know. That's a nice amount of money. And then maybe we blockade villages this turn because we're expecting the game to win anyway, or expecting the game to end. And so we want to make sure that we get to play all of our stuff. All right. They couldn't afford to get the last gardens. All right. Well, should be pretty trivial to win from this position. We didn't come close to drawing through, but I think we'll be able to afford 2 provinces. Yes, indeed. And Gardens is worth a bunch of points. I'll take it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the AI Gardens rushed here. Like, there's no way. There's no way that that's good the way that they did it with just 1 blockade. Like, maybe if you get a bunch of blockades and villages and gardens, that could be okay. Like, because you like with more gains. I mean, I still tend to think like um if you assume for the sake of argument, let's like that like let's that you need that you're going to get all the gardens and your opponent is going to get most but not all of the provinces, then how much do you need your provinces to be worth? Like, or sorry, your gardens to be worth? Something on the order of 4 to 5 points. They weren't anywhere close to that, but they would have needed 14 more cards to get to 4-point gardens. So 4-point gardens with no other changes. 4-point gardens would get them an additional 14 VP, which would have still been a loss for them, but like it would be within reach, maybe. So I don't know. I'm skeptical that you like if you're gonna bother to get like blockades and villages, like why aren't you just gonna go ahead and play with wharves at that point and build to something that can do provinces anyway? Yeah, so I don't really believe in the gardens thing anyway, but yeah, the way that the AI did it, I don't know. It's just like really weirdly underbuilt. I do wonder if there's some kind of heuristic thing that the AI operates on where it's like because it has a lead, it's like trying to close out the lead, and so it doesn't react well to like having this 10-point lead at the beginning of the game because normally you can't do that, you can't have that, and so it doesn't know how to like adjust for like this to changing context, like because the other board with this modifier, like there was the AI, like as I recall, really underbuilt there too, like not as badly as here, but it only got 1 monkey, and like that board really, I feel like if the AI played it well, it could have like locked me down. Like made it very difficult by like making me like I have a lead, and now when you try to do stuff to catch up, like you're gonna have to draw me cards, and like I'm gonna be able to just like rush down the provinces, and it really didn't like play to that very well. And now I'm thinking like seeing it how it behaved here, I'm wondering if that's because it's like normally when you have like a lead like that, it means something about the game state that it doesn't mean in this case. That's my best guess anyway. Either way, I mean, otherwise overall a pretty straightforward kingdom. I think this is much more so than the previous one. This is one where you would definitely rather have the turns than the 10 VP. Like a couple of extra turns easily overcomes 10 victory points. You can gain a lot more than 10 victory points and in one go. And especially being able to get like blockade stuff up and running before your opponent, like guaranteed before your opponent, can also mean that you're like locking them out of stuff strategically. Like the AI didn't really into that because it opened double silver, so I wasn't really paying that a lot of attention, but like in against a human opponent, I think it'd be very frustrating to play the 10 VP position here against a human opponent, because you'd be like, oh great, like I can't take stuff without taking curses and bleh. And I, you know, like I had 4 blockades, which is in some sense a lot, but is in another sense not. And I could totally see playing with even more if you were like really trying to take advantage of that advantage and just like lock your opponent out of stuff, make it difficult for them. I mean, there is Lookout, like there is trashing, but Lookout is not very good at trashing in a deck that's already like put stuff into it. So that would still be like a rough way to have to deal with it. Anyway, that will do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time for level 9. Almost done with this one. Until then.